Welcome back to Top 5 Repairs. And your vehicle won't move when you shift from park to reverse or park to drive. You're probably thinking that you probably have transmission issue. And the chances are of having transmission problem is going to be quite high. However, before you condemn the transmission as saying that it is bad, there are a few things you should check. Here are some of the parts in an automatic transmission that can fail. And of course, it's going to be extremely costly to replace any of these parts. For example, it's going to cost money to change the shift solenoid, or you can have a bad planetary gear, bad valve body, and so on. That is why I want you to check a few things before saying that automatic transmission is the issue. First thing first, I always check the handbrake and foot brake. If the handbrake or foot brake won't release, make sure to check the cable. Sometimes the cable can be stretched and this can prevent the handbrake or foot brake from releasing. Next, check your brake caliper. If your brake caliper is seized, then your vehicle will not move when you put it in reverse or drive. So if the piston ends up becoming seized and it sticks out way too much, it's going to constantly grab against the rotor. And again, your vehicle will not move when you put it in drive or reverse. So if you hear a grinding noise every time you brake, you either have very low brake pads or your brake caliper is seized. The next likely issue is you probably have a broken axle. If your axle broke at this part right here, right at the joint, then when you put your vehicle in reverse or in drive, your vehicle will not move at all. Also, if you hear a clicking noise every time you turn left or right, that's going to be an axle issue. In addition, make sure the axle did not came out of place. Sometimes axles do pop out of place when it's not properly installed. The next likely issue is you probably have a shift linkage issue. It's either broken or came out of place or it is extremely stretched. So the shift linkage is located right between the transmission and the gear selector. If that cable becomes extremely stretched or broken or came out of place, and when you shift from park to reverse or park to drive, your vehicle will not move at all. The next likely issue is you probably have no transmission fluid inside your automatic transmission. If you have a massive transmission fluid leak, parts inside your transmission can start to fail. It will not work properly, and this will cause a lot of components to fail. So make sure if you have a massive transmission fluid leak, make sure to get that fixed. However, in most cases, if you've been driving with little to no transmission fluid, most likely you probably destroy your automatic transmission. Next, check your drive shaft, your U-joints, and transfer case if you have a four-wheel drive. If the drive shaft came out of place for some reason, maybe due to a broken U-joint, again, your vehicle will not move in reverse or in drive. And lastly, if you will hit the curb and your vehicle won't move in drive or in reverse, it's because something is probably bent in your suspension. So make sure to check that out. I hope you found this lesson informative. As always, thank you for watching and subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.